Welcome to US Classic Muscle Cars. I'm here with Mike. Hi Mike, my name is Paulette.
Paulette, very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Mike, how about if you tell me more about this car?
This is a nostalgia Prostock car, Paulette, and we run with a group called the Midwest Nostalgia Prostocks, paying tribute to the legends. And what we do is we go around the country and do exhibition races, and these cars are set up pretty much the same way as they were in the 70s and 80s. So we bring back the memories of all these old drivers that set the records and made Prostock racing famous.
Nice. Can you tell me about the paint?
This was painted by Chuck's Custom Colors in Antioch, Illinois. All the striping and lettering it's all done by hand. It's all hand lettered by a man named Jim Brando, and the two of them worked together on this car to produce it. It's absolutely gorgeous. The blue is a custom mix by Chuck. It has a lot of candy and pearl in it, and the white is also a custom mix.
How about the wheels?
The wheels are period correct Prostock centerline wheels. We try to keep these cars looking the same way as they did back in the 70s and early 80s, the period that these cars are raced in.
Mike, do you like to drive this car?
Oh, I love driving it. It's a lot of fun. It has a manually shifted transmission with a clutch. It's 534 cubic inches, so it's very fun to drive, and it's very fun to go fast with the guys. And I feel blessed that I'm able to do this. I really love it.
Thank you.
So the engine is a Ford. It's 534 cubic inches. It's an aftermarket engine that you can buy through any Ford dealership. It has two 4-barrel carburetors on what they call a tunnel ram manifold. Basically very similar to what they ran in the 80s and 90s in this category. So it makes about 1,000 horsepower, and like I said, it's just a lot of fun to drive.
Oh, okay. What's the fast speed of the car?
The fastest I've been in this car is 859 at 159 miles an hour. But we're making some modifications this winter, and we're hoping to get it down in the low 820 range next year.
Okay, thank you so much.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you. I hope you're enjoying the show. It's a great deal here. It's the Musclecar and Corvette Nationals. We try to go every year here. There's just beautiful cars and beautiful women everywhere. How could a car guy not like this?
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
So, Mike, tell me more about this car, all the cars in here.
Well, this is Ted Peters' car. He's one of the original members of the Midwest Nostalgia Prostock Association. Ted is a 24-year Air Force veteran, served our country for 24 years. We're very proud of that. This is a Chrysler. It runs a Hemi engine. It's got a Lenco transmission. This is one of the faster cars in our group. Ted is doing some more modifications. I'm not sure why, because he's already faster than most of the guys, but that's kind of how it is around here. Everybody's always trying to go faster, but it's a beautiful Chrysler. It's a Plymouth Duster. Like I said, it has a Hemi engine in it. It has a Lenco transmission, Ford 9-inch rear end, and Ted's one of the faster cars in the group.
Thank you.
And then we can go over to the next one.
About this car, what's the difference of these two cars you show me right now?
So this is a replica of the Rare Morrison Shepherd 1981 Camaro. It's owned by Mark Pappas and driven by Mark Pappas. He's the president of our organization. This is the fastest car in our group that's in this deal today. It's running a 7-second range many times. It has a Rare Morrison racing engine in it, very large cubic inch. It has a 4-speed Lenco transmission and a Ford 9-inch rear end. So it's based off a Camaro body, but this is all fiberglass. The fenders are fiberglass. The doors are fiberglass. So everything can be taken off the car for maintenance very fast.
Okay. Let's go and see the next one. Oh God, this is nice. Hi. So this is a nice car. I like the paint. Can you tell me more about the paint?
So this car belongs to Scott Hoffman. It's got an absolutely beautiful paint job. I hope your camera can pick up on the metal flake and everything. They spent hundreds and hundreds of hours getting this car as straight as it is and do all the metal flake. We nicknamed it the fastest bass boat in nostalgia Prostock racing because it has a paint job like a bass boat would have on it. But it runs a Chevy engine, one of the faster cars. Scott's getting faster and faster every year. Very good driver, and he's got a great crew. His wife helps him out, his brother-in-law, and he's a huge asset to our group.
Okay, so about this car.
This one here is owned and driven by Jungle George Cubis. He's the oldest guy in our group, approaching 80 years old, but he's still driving a manually shifted Lenco and a clutch car. It's got a real Keith Black racing engine in it. It's a 1978 Plymouth Arrow, and he built it to honor the memory of one of his heroes, Ronnie Socks, and also Billy the Kid Stepp.
Ah, nice. Could you tell me how big is that tire?
These tires here are Prostock racing tires. These particular ones, I believe, are Firestones, and they're 1533. So they're 33 inches tall and 15 inches wide.
Okay. Tell me more about now this car. I know it looks really nice. It got big wheels.
This car here is one of the only ones in the group that actually was raced in the 70s as a Prostock car. This is not a tribute or a recreation car. This is the real car that was raced back then. This is owned by Steve Stanek, and a lot like Scott Hoffman's car. Steve's wife helps him out, his son helps him out, and this is a very cool car. It's rare to have an original car in a group like this, but it has a Chevy engine in it and a 4-speed Lenco transmission, and this car is very short wheelbase, and sometimes Steve thrills the crowd with wild wheel stands and out of control launches, and it's a lot of fun to watch this one go down the track.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Mike.
Okay.
We really like
Well, it was my pleasure. Thank you very much for coming here. It's always nice to have a beautiful, lovely young lady interested in our sport.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm taking a break. Please enjoy the next video.